Hey, Son here. So we continue on the second part of Big City Light by Scorpions. So we cover majority of the song in the first video. So we're going to cover most of the solos, the short frills at, at the chorus. So we can cover all that stuff. So the first chorus repeats it like the intro again, and then it goes to this little thing right here. So right there, after you play that, it plays this part right here. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm play the open G string and pull, and then open G string, and you pick the third fret on the G string and pull off on open string. So that right there is the one beat prior to the measure starts. So that's really important to know. This is not right on the first beat on the measure. Just like right before, like the fourth beat of the measure before you play the next part. So now the next part, when the first beat starts in the first measure, you do this. You pick third fret and pull off an open string on the G string. So you do that twice for every beat. So you do it 3 beats in a row. So you do it twice per beat, 3 beats, so that's 6 times. So it goes 4, 5, 6. So first, again, stuff in the beginning, you gotta play this part first, and then 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then you'll play the third fret on the D string this time and pull off an open string. Just one time, and back to. So again. Okay, and the next part, you play the intro again. Next one. So you play the third fret on the G string, you bend down. I bend it downward, and get half step up. And then play the fifth fret on the D string. A little pinch harmonic. Okay, and then 5 and 4 on the A string. And I move my hands down, I play 3, 2, 1 on the A string. So just the first part is different. So instead of doing that, you go. So the open A string, mute, and then play again. Mute again and play again. Open. So and do the same thing pattern on the F power chord. So that's power chord at the first position, and then you'll play the 5th fret on the A string, slide up to 7th fret, and you play the 5th fret of D and G string. This is the same part where I show you in prior video in verse 1. So there's no change there. So the only change is that you play that, and you do that again. So that part is exactly the same. This is the part where it says, so we play this 11th fret on the G string, bend up, and then 12th fret on the B string with your pinky, and 9th fret on the E string with your index finger, back to 12th fret on the B string, and the 11th fret on the G string, bend up, release down, and pull off on 9th fret, and then 11th fret on the D string. So after that lick, you will go back to the chorus, and this time you have several more different solos you play in this chorus too. So. So, So that one part right there, it starts off after you play a C chord right here, then you go to this lick right here. So what I'm playing is I play the 3rd fret on the G string, and play the 5th fret on the D string, pull off on the 3rd fret on the D string. Do it again. The 3rd time you do the same thing, but you add the 5th fret on the A string, pull off on the 3rd fret. So far with this. And then you use your pinky and the ring finger. You play the 5th fret on the G and B string together, bend up half step. And after you play it, release in the normal position, and then 3rd fret G and B together, and then 5th fret of G and B again, and bend up, release again, and then you play 5th fret of G and B twice. So the whole lick slow down. So the next part, after you play the C chord again, you play this. So what I'm doing is I use my ring finger and play the 17th fret on the G and B string without bending first, and the second time you play, you bend up half step up and bend and release down, and then you pick it again, release, and then 15th fret of G and B, and back to 17th fret of G and B. So far we have this. Do that again, and then we bend it down, bend the 17th fret G and B again, release, and then 15th fret on the G. You play the 12th fret on the G string, pull off on the 10th fret, and then 12, 11 on the D, and 12, 11, and 10 on the D again, and 13, 10, and 13 on the A string. The whole thing slowly. This part is the same. And then it goes to that halftime feel. So basically you play 3 and 2 on the E string, and open E minor chord. Goes to the solo. So what I'm doing is I play the 3-2 on the E string and open E minor chord. What I do is I play the low E string and the A fret, 2nd fret of A, and I play those 2 notes, and then I play the open string of G, B, and E together at the bottom, and then G major power chord. I bar it all together as a G major bar chord. So it's E3, D5, I'm sorry, E3, A5, D5, G4, and your index finger is holding down the 3rd fret of B and high E string together. C power chord, C major power chord, and then kind of mute it. One time we play a B power chord. Repeat again. C. Move up to D, power chord, and hold it for measure, and then you probably 5 times on it. So you play the 5 times on the D power chord, an open string A, and a A3 and A5. Stop to 7. That's when the solo starts. Okay, the first part of solo is no change. It's just like the intro solo. So right there, the part is after you play the 14th fret on the G string, you gotta jump up really quick to 20th fret on the B string, bend up, and you release, and then you bend up again. So full step, you bend it again, release down, don't pick it, bend it back up again, and then use your pinky to play a 12th fret, 20th fret on the E string, and play a 20th fret again on the B string. So far we have this. So the next part. So you play a 20th fret, bend up and stop, and then 20th fret by itself, 18 and 17, and 18 pull off of 17, pull off of 15, and then 17 and 15 on the B string, and then kind of, and 17, 16, 17, 16 on the G string. So far we have this. Then you play the 22nd fret, bend up, full step, and then 22, 20, 19 on the E string, and 22nd on the B string, and then I play the 15th fret on the E string, bend, full step, release, and you play the 12th fret on the E string. So that one leg goes like this. And play a 13 and 12th fret, 13th fret on the B string, pull off on 12th fret, hold it for a second, and then next part goes like this. So you play a 13th fret again, pull off on 12, 14 on the G, 12 B, 12 G, use my index finger, and 14 on the D string, 13 on the D, 12 on the D, 10 on the D, back to 12 on the D. Alright, so far we have this, start from the top. Next part. 12th fret on the D string, pull off on 10, 12 on the A, 10 on the D, 12 on the A, slide down. As soon as you slide down, you gotta play this. There's an A minor pentatonic scale. You play the 17th fret on the G string, bend up, full step, and then you play the 12. Use your index finger, play the 5th fret of B and E. And I use my ring finger to give more strength and play the 8th fret on the B string and bend up full step and give it vibrato. Do it again. But this time, while you bend up on the 8th fret on the B string, hold it and play the 8th fret on the E string. And play the 8th fret again on the B string, bend up. So far with this. Next part. Next part, you don't bend the 7th fret. You play the 7th fret normal. 5 B, E5, back to B5, and bend 8th fret on the B string, full step up, and 8th fret on the E string. Release down 8th fret and play the 8th fret normally, and play the 8th fret again on the B string, bend up full step. So the whole thing slowly, that one part right there, the A minor pentatonic lick goes like this. One more time. Next part. So mute D, G, and B string together, and then play those 5th fret on those 3 strings. You still on a A minor pentatonic, you play this like 7th fret on the D, pull off on 5th fret, A7, D5, A7, 6, 5, E8, A5, E8 again, A5 again, bend down, bend up, but you just kind of pull down. Give a little harmonic. You play 8th fret on the E string and ends on the 5th fret on the E string, so you're still in A. Last lick goes like this. 15th fret on the high E string, bend up full step, and then play it normally, 15th fret and 13 on the E, and then 12th fret on the E string, pull, hammer on 13th fret and pull off on 12th fret, and then 15th fret on the E string, B string, and then 12 on the E, B13, G12, and the 15th fret on the B string. So far with this. Alright, one more time. One more, you bend the 15th fret again. After that, full step and vibrato. And you play the end of the intro like same thing as the intro. Alright, let me play slowly for you from the top of the solo and play through the whole thing. So that's the solo, and that's the entire song. Thanks for watching.